I walk into the morgue. The mortician presents my country splayed across a table, asks me to identify the body. I do not recognize it. Its emaciated form dimmed by a death I did not prepare for. I did not expect losing my culture to feel like this. This cadaver I dared to call an identity once held the belief that I could hold home on the tip of my tongue, on the breath of my appetite, in the weight of my memories. I only recognize my country in photographs, in tour books, in sepia, not in living color, not in this state of surrender. My stomach failed me first, gripping down on processed food, the bite of bile on my disobedient tongue. My ears followed, forgetting the timbre of my grandfather's voice, the swift hush of wind over desert sand. Then my accent, as they force-fed me this borrowed language. There's something about the taste of assimilation that makes you want to get back in the boat. I think of home each time the bank asks me if I want to go paperless. Don't they know that people of color have been doing that since before Plymouth Rock, since Underground Railroad, since my uncles turning my house into a refugee camp? Don't they know red, white, and blue, like stand your ground, like hate crimes, like shoot to kill? Only stars I see are when the cops roll in to take my neighborhood, my family, undocumented. Only stripes I see chain us to this prison of an existence. I find myself talking to people across borders more each day. I find myself crying for their countries too. This massacre, this wilted flower field of gutted nations, less melting pot, more guillotine, more disemboweled American dream. If you hate it so much, then why are you here? Because sometimes the buildings collapse, but the rubble keeps bleeding. Because sometimes your blood is the only thing you can carry with you. Because sometimes the water is more inviting than where you stand. That's how you end up with little kids washed up on foreign soils. And I'm not just talking about the ones that make it. You know what it's like to escape genocide only to be gunned down in your own home. Don't they know that they're just finishing the work that our dictators started? Ever since they handed me the death certificate. No, the certificate of naturalization. I've been seeing ghosts, mostly in the mirror, at the dinner table, at the family picnic. We were naive enough to believe that we could hold home in here without anyone having to leave. I met the president, sat with him at a table too small to hold all the things that brought us there, his hands resting. Where are your chains? They told me your hands were tied. When they sent the kids back, when they wouldn't take the refugees, when they closed down the borders but not Guantanamo, Mr. President, why do they call it the land of the free when even the dead can't leave? Mr. President, what does one caged bird say to another? I couldn't hear him over the sound of the corpse lying between us. He looked at me as if he thought I were afraid. Doesn't he know that back home, the women take care of the bodies?